From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler pass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And able to get this out to the 25. Stafford going to put it up right away. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Here's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Waiting. 53. Ready.
To throw is Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 49 yards. And the Rams have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Alert! Brown 80! Alert!
Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Middle.
Here's Allen to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down and 1.
Regular.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Allen now on the sneak. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they? We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down.
Nix from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton from 13 yards out. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
There it is, a staple in most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
3rd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
180.
They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
10 more yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing Nix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st down, Rams.
Stafford now to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
32.
A final shot before break. Stafford. And this one is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Williams going to get it again on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Ram 16. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Huddle. Ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. They'll go play action with Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Burton from 6 yards away. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Rams nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Stafford. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's a give to Dallas. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tyler Bidet. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Harvey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. This is 4th down. He's back to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he is going to have the Rams first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. To throw is Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
53, ready.
Stafford looks to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw is Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Rams 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Nix to the air. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Nix once more. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
25-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back to the air with Nix. That is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to get the football back at their own 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Southern California. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
To throw right away is Stafford. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, this is Blake Corum. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. They send Britton Covey back deep. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. First carry for Saquon Barkley. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From 31, here's second and 2. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and Best might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. That's a gain of 18.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. One quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Not much there, maybe a yard. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Saquon is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Rams first down.
Blue 60. 0.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. His kick is good. And the Rams are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he goes nowhere, buried back at the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Great, set. All right, anyway,
Now Hurts going to run this one himself. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down. So the Eagles use their first time out here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Third down and 9.
Great, set. All right, anyway, Hey, Silver. Delta.
To throw is Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Great, set. All right,
Hurts to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
A second down throw for Hurts. He's got it at about the 8. And he's in! Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators. Everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, you might as well quit, my boy. Bye. Let's quit.
Second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Corum. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
And middle. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Moving outside the pocket. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
Good. Set.
3rd and long for Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Xavier Smith deep to return. Taken at the 19. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
And middle. Set. Big 20. Yellow 80. White 7.
Stafford now on first down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
And the Rams.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Set. 280.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Adams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Ready.
Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Set. 250.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Hurts to the air on first down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long.
Yeti. Foul that Yeti. Good. Nope.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. The catch made by Nakua. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. Give them 14 on that play. One play, one first down. From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
34-yard line.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Omaha, ready, blue.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. Look wide, get this one complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, L.A. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Point after try forthcoming.
For the extra point.
It's up and through. And the Rams get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10.
Rams 10.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here is Shipley on the return. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
No, touch. Hey, let's go. 73. No, touch.
Backed up to his own goal line. Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Here comes Smith on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Set. 280.
Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended receiver there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Set.
Stafford now. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, 22. 280.
Stafford to throw it. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Rams, 1st down.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
2nd and 10. Stafford to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Hey, 50.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
1st and 10.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
20.
On 1st and 10, Stafford unloads downfield looking for Nakua. He gets free inside the 30. Eagles. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
Rams 10.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Hurry up, 180.
One last throw here for Stafford. And the final